大家好，我叫 Oliver， 私は今20歳です。我现在在东京学医大学留学 but I'm soon going back to my home in Hong Kong. I moved to Tokyo last September because I have a one-year exchange program in Gakei University. I chose to move to Japan because I really like the popular culture in Japan, especially the music and anime. In Hong Kong, I have half of my childhood playing, but another half studying really hard. I live with my parents and sister in a very small apartment, so my home is just about 15 square feet. When the protest started, I'm still in Hong Kong, and at that time I'm having a summer semester in my home university. And I remember that at that time, me and some of my classmates would start to skipping some classes to join the protest. At first, we actually protest peacefully, but soon the government and the police force they start to use violence to combat the protesters. So at that time, I feel really shocking and unfair because of their reaction to the protests. Maybe it's not very accurate to say that Hong Kongers are fighting against with the government, but I'd rather say actually we're protecting our freedom. I'm afraid that there may not be a fair election in the future, or there would be no election in Hong Kong because the Chinese government they may just assign the legislative council member directly who is a post-China, and Hong Kong people lose their freedom to choose the one which can really represent them. After I came to Tokyo, it's like I pull out from the very stressful world and I start to live in a parallel world in Tokyo. I really like the feels in Japan because I can always see the beautiful blue sky, and I really enjoy the changing of season in Japan. Exploring Japan is like I've got in touch into many different cultures, including the traditional one and the popular one at the same time, which I've never seen in Hong Kong. Actually, I've considered about moving to Japan permanently. The first point is that the career that I really want to do can only be found in Japan, and the second point I think would be the political situation in Hong Kong. I think there are many young Hong Kongers, especially some university students, maybe they know another language or maybe they have some expertise or talents. I think many of them also consider about immigrating to another places like Japan, Taiwan or England. But I also think there's a large amount of young Hong Kongers, they try to hold them back and do not leave this place. Their family may not be able to move with them together to another country. They're like Hong Kong and they want to stay in this place where they born and they live. For the situation happening in Hong Kong now, even if a share in Twitter while you see some posts that talk about Hong Kong issues and also keep a higher awareness about Hong Kong people's situation, that will be a great help and support to Hong Kongers.